Now to part 2 of our special Lighthouse investigation, Duty to Disclose.
Tonight, we are going back to the case that sparked our interest in obtaining Milwaukee County's full Brady list in the first place, in partnership with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and Wisconsin Watch.
There's no way that I would even trust his testimony. Like, his testimony shouldn't even be considered at this point.
That is Monica Nash. She wants to know why the same deputy who botched her hit-and-run investigation, Sean Bassich, was never referred to the DA's office for Brady list consideration, despite being suspended for allegedly making racially inflammatory remarks to black people years earlier.
The Brady list is a record of current and former cops with alleged credibility concerns due to allegations of past crimes, dishonesty, bias, or other integrity issues.
So the information that landed them on the list has to be disclosed to defense attorneys when these officers are called to testify in court. After nearly a year of dodging our interview request, Milwaukee County Sheriff finally agreed to sit down for an interview.
Our Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan asks Sheriff Danita Ball why Deputy Bassich never made the Brady list.
Before becoming an emergency manager in the Air Force, Monica Nash spent 8 years in law enforcement, so she knows about Brady lists.
Were you aware that racial bias is a qualifier for the Brady list?
Absolutely. That pretty much tops everything.
Last month, Monica met us halfway between Milwaukee and her military base in southern Missouri.
You drove a long way to speak with us today.
Yes.
Why did you want to be a part of this story?
In hopes that the sheriff department would actually take a look at their actions, actually take a look at their force.
For years, Monica has fought for answers from the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office about why a mysterious hit and run was never solved.
This was a clear-cut case. Like, it was no hard work needed to be done because the person who hit me, his vehicle was left on scene. There were multiple witnesses there, who had interactions with him prior to him even leaving the scene.
Most concerning to Monica, she'll never learn why the suspect demanded she hand over her newborn baby before he took off in a getaway car.
He's saying, "Give me the baby, give me the baby." And I'm like, I'm not giving you my baby.
The deputy assigned to investigate the crash that January night in 2020 was Sean Bassich. The now former deputy declined our interview request to be part of this story. Records show Bassich never followed up with key witnesses to Monica's crash, and he neglected to place DOT video into evidence. It resulted in a suspension. Sheriff Danita Ball was chief deputy at the time.
Sheriff Ball, why did it take us so long to have this conversation? We reached out to you on multiple occasions last year, and you declined our interview request. Why didn't you want to talk about this?
There wasn't anything to add. The deputy did a poor investigation.
While Monica was furious about how the investigation was handled,
he's not even taking his job serious.
Her anger only grew when she learned what we uncovered about Bassich's past. Internal affairs records show he was disciplined 8 times in his career at MCSO, including 5 suspensions. Internal records show that Bassich was suspended for 5 days for an off-duty incident in 2016 when he went to a Walgreens drunk and made racially inflammatory remarks. A store employee called the sheriff's office and claimed Bassich asked her, "Why does Black Lives Matter? What the expletive do I owe you people? What, 200, 300 years?" Records show Bassich told investigators the conversation was about him being, quote, sick of taking care of black people. He went on to tell investigators, quote, "I did make racial comments that were as far as me paying taxes for minorities."
As a black woman yourself, how does that make you feel knowing this is the person who was assigned to investigate your crime?
It just brings a whole nother level of anger. Why is a person like that allowed to be on the sheriff's department?
Bassich also got suspended after he was accused of passing a counterfeit bill at a Fond du Lac bar.
Do you think Deputy Bassich should have been put on the Brady list?
Well, that was before I was sheriff, and I won't comment on what went into why the decision as to why he was not referred to the district attorney's office.
Sheriff Ball says that decision wasn't up to her at the time, and she says there's no going back now that she's in charge.
But what about the previous cases involving the racial bias?
So we're going to go back and relitigate those cases? That's not what we do. Someone else had made a decision regarding the disposition of that case, and if they felt like it should not be referred to the district attorney's office, which apparently is the case, then it was not referred to the district attorney's office.
I then asked District Attorney Kent Lovern, who's in charge of maintaining the Brady list.
DA Lovern, do you think Deputy Bassett should be on the Brady list?
I wouldn't make a decision based on the brief conversation we're having here today about that.
And then Milwaukee County's Chief Judge, Carl Ashley.
Superficially, it sounds that, but I really have to defer to the DA's office to make those decisions and law enforcement.
We took their responses to Rachel Moran.
I am concerned about the sheriff's decision.
She's a professor at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota who specializes in police accountability research and Brady List studies in particular.
The fact that someone else made a decision doesn't alleviate the current DA and the current sheriff from deciding whether information should potentially be shared.
Civil rights attorney William Sultan says it's something jurors deserve to know if Bassett were called to testify.
That is exactly the kind of information that must be turned over to lawyers, and the fact that it isn't is very, very appalling.
Sultan says this case raises serious questions about the accuracy of Milwaukee County's Brady list and if law enforcement agencies are fulfilling their duty to disclose potential Brady material to the DA's office.
If Bassett isn't on there, then you know that there are dozens and dozens of other officers that should be on that list that are not.
This is who you are. How does that not fit the characteristics, of being on the Brady list?
Monica hopes when she does one day return home to Wisconsin, Milwaukee County's Brady list will be better scrutinized and maintained.
To say that he doesn't belong on the Brady list, then I'm terribly concerned about who else is not on the Brady list.
Reporting in Milwaukee, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.
Now to our special investigation, Duty to Disclose. It is a lighthouse investigation into Milwaukee County's Brady list. It tracks officers with alleged credibility concerns due to allegations of past crimes, dishonesty, bias, or other integrity issues. Tonight, questions from public defenders about why 2 Milwaukee police officers are not on the Brady list, despite being deemed not credible in a criminal case by a Milwaukee County judge.
I feel like it needs to still be justice towards them officers. Why would you want to destroy a whole nother family? And you're supposed to be here to be serve and protect.
Lighthouse journalist Ben Jordan shares why top justice system leaders say this is not Brady list material, while others in the legal community argue otherwise.
Roll down the window.
It's a night Lewis Moore will never forget. March 3rd, 2019. Moore says he was driving his girlfriend's car near Teutonia and Capitol.
Did I do anything wrong, sir? Well, you're flying, man.
According to a criminal complaint, Milwaukee police officers Chad Boyack and Anthony Malone pulled Moore over for driving double the speed limit.
They told me I was doing 60 and a 30. That's the reason why they was stopping me. And I did try to argue with them, like, officer, I know for a fact I was not doing those 60 miles per hour.
Roll down the windows.
Body camera video shows Moore was asked to get out of the car,
Step out real quick.
patted down, and put in the back of a squad.
Watch your head.
While in the back of the squad, Moore tells Officer Malone his girlfriend's gun might be in the car.
Officer?
Yep.
My girlfriend, she's CCW.
So there's a gun in the car?
So I don't know if she either have it in the car or I could call her right now.
At the same time, video shows Officer Boyack search Moore's car.
Do you think they had probable cause to search the vehicle?
I don't. They pulled Mr. Moore over for speeding.
That's Caitlin Hazard Fear, Moore's public defender.
In my experience, when I've been stopped, I've never been put in the back of a squad car for speeding.
Body camera video shows Officer Boyack locate a gun in the center console. Police records show officers spoke with Moore's girlfriend, who told them the gun was hers. The police report says she told officers she leaves it in her car to keep the gun away from her children. Moore was charged with possession of a firearm by a felon.
I'm getting arrested for? Well, for being a felon and having a gun in the car you're driving.
Wait,
Just keep...
And he was sent to jail.
He was on probation. He was very close to finishing probation. And because of this arrest, he was revoked and went to prison.
As the case made its way through the court process, court records show the judge identified inconsistencies with the officer's testimony, saying there was no independent evidence inside the squad that showed Moore was speeding. No radar gun was used. The only evidence of speeding was the squad speedometer, which briefly showed the officers drove 2 miles over the speed limit to catch up with Moore.
If he were going 60 miles an hour or 45, those officers would not have had to go 32 miles an hour.
Additionally, the judge determined the officers provided conflicting testimony about their probable cause to search the car. Body camera video shows Officer Boyack explaining to Moore why he searched the vehicle.
Well, I could smell marijuana in there, and I can see some marijuana on the floor as well.
Documents show Officer Boyack found 0.03 grams of marijuana. An amount court records show Officer Malone described to be the size of only a few grains of rice. According to a transcript of Officer Boyack's testimony in court, he said he never saw any marijuana in the vehicle prior to searching it. Officer Malone told the judge he didn't see or smell marijuana when he approached the vehicle with the window down.
The truth is slowly coming out now.
This court document shows the judge suppressed the evidence, tossed the case, and said, "I don't find these officers credible in this case."
People that's really need y'all help, that really pressing 911 for a reason, for an emergency. And you officers just stopped me and pulled me over by doing 32 miles.
The reason we're telling this story is because we're investigating Milwaukee County's Brady List, a list of current and former officers with alleged credibility concerns. That has to be disclosed to defense attorneys if a Brady List officer is called to testify. Officers Malone and Boyack are not on the Brady List.
Do you think that's Brady material?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because Judge Yamahiro made an affirmative finding that he did not find the officer's testimony to be credible.
During our interview with Milwaukee County's top criminal justice leaders, District Attorney Kent Lovern said that isn't Brady material.
Your prosecutor was in the courtroom at that time. Did they bring this credibility issue to your attention?
No.
Should they have?
No.
Why not?
Because credibility determinations are made all the time in courtrooms in specific issues related to a specific set of circumstances related to a traffic stop, for example, as we have here. And that doesn't necessarily mean that officer, then one or two of the officers were dishonest about their testimony.
Chief Judge Carl Ashley agrees with the DA.
I believe in this case, the judge said, "I don't find the testimony of the officer to be credible." And we do that all the time.
Hazard Fears says that hasn't been her experience.
I would like to see them. This is the only decision, and in May it will be 21 years of practice where I have had a judge make an adverse credibility finding.
We took the case to the leaders of Milwaukee County's Public Defender's Office.
One judge found them not credible and that what they were saying was untruthful. That should be something that was disclosed to us in the future on our cases.
Police records show officers Malone and Boyack were never disciplined for being found not credible in this case. Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman says it wasn't brought to the department's attention. Officers Malone and Boyack never responded to my interview requests, and MPD wouldn't make them available for an interview.
So I believe 100% sure these officers, both Boyack and Malone, should be on that Brady list.
Moore thinks the situation raises serious questions about the completeness of Milwaukee County's Brady List and whether credibility concerns in court are investigated. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.